Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. Last time we handed in Monk's belongings to these guys up here, and now we're going to have a look around the rest of this place. So, let's have a quick look. So our main quest is obviously Assassin at Large, and we just basically have to look for any sign of Theos. So apparently we need to go see the Anamenfath, who is presiding, who grants us entry into other districts. Seems fair enough. Other things we need to do, we need to go and we need to do Child of the Five Sons, which is we need to go and find the Anamenfath again, but this is a different one, I think. Or is it the same one? It is the same Anamenfath, or it could be any of them. Okay, so basically we just have to make a deal with the Valian Republics and them. Okay, can do that. True to form, we need to go to wherever the Druids are, and I think we found it out last time as well. We definitely know what area it's in. Then we have to do all of these sort of stuff, with all of which don't really matter. In fact, some of these are actually just White March quests. So yeah. And what's this one? And this is the Dyrwood Scout, where we need to go and help them out. We need to find an expedition at the North World at the side of the path leading to Helia's Temple. Okay. And what else do we need to do? Hard bargain? Yes, we need to talk to someone in Hearthstone's market. Cool. We can do all of that. Right, let's head out. Right, so where do we actually need to go? I think we're going to go everywhere first. Like everywhere in this area. So that doesn't seem too hard. That's at Anamenfath and home, so probably don't need to go there first. Pastures of the Six, this is the main area we need to go to. Elm's Reach District is somewhere we're not allowed to go to. Same with Old Song. Hearthstone Markets, where we need to go for a task. Anamenfath and home. Anamenfath and home. Builder's Hearth. Okay. So just some random places to go to here. That's fine. We'll just go and have a look around. See what we got. Right. This home is locked. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. What's up with this tree? Or this thing? Apparently we're not allowed to look at that thing. Okay, that's fine. We'll just ignore it then. Up here is a way to another district? Yes. Still, Estromore. The rest of the city is forbidden except by order of one of the Anamenfath. Trespassing in Twin Elms is punishable by death. Okay. We'll walk away. So that's going up that way, I think. It's not allowed. But what about going up this way? This leads to nothing. Can explain why they're okay with us going that way, to be honest with you. Right, so this one leads to another district, which we can walk up to, and they'll tell us to stop. There we go. Do not try my patience, Estromore. You shall not pass without the permission of the Anamenfath. Okay. Fine, so we could obviously kill them all, but that's not really the answer I want to go with right now. Right, up here. No, Simmock's hearth will not have warmth for the foster child. Okay, who have we got here? Two Huntress, a bear companion. Okay, so none of these guys are important, I don't think. Simmock is an Anamenfath. Storyheart sisters, Idraham's child is safe with him. Okay. The pedestal's shadow creeps around Dice. Okay, that's fine. Two homes. One is open. The other is also open. Okay. Let's just head into one. Okay, person to speak to. Hello.
Many blessings, traveler.
Welcome to my home, Estromore. I am Lenzi, healer and guide. What brings you here? Tell me about yourself. The locals have called me a wise woman. A term of respect, I'm sure, but it makes me feel my years. I'm a herbalist and a healer. I spend most of my time caring for the ill, helping with the delivery of children, and making remedies for those in pain. I like your songbird. Does it have a name? Well, he does. But I ought not to have let my friend's daughters name him. The name is rather long and silly. The shorter name is Beaker. The next bird I have will be named after an Anamenfath. Okay, well, we know where the healer is if we have to go back here. Right, and then... Oh! We're not allowed to go to this district. Yes, yes. I understand. Right. In we go. Ooh, thing added to hard bargain. Okay. So I found Alria at her dwelling in Hearthsong. She's surrounded by Dlinfathan warriors. Okay, so this is... Let's just double check this one. This guy appeared... He purchased a pricey sum of an aphrodisiac plant. However, he is convinced that he was sold worthless goods. Okay. Hello. An old elven woman stands tall and proud, surrounded by Dlinfathan warriors that study your every move. You speak on Venato's behalf, I presume. I knew he would convince someone to do his bidding. I did not suspect it would be the Estremor involved in all the chaos in Defiance Bay. Does the presence of my armed entourage concern you? You were expecting a defenseless shopkeeper, am I right? Stillness. Give the Estremor a chance to speak. Okay. We are not your wooden beasts. Here hospitality reigns. Alaria nods to you, holding up an open hand, her palm and fingers covered in blue and green dye. Envoy of the Valian, speak the message you were sent to deliver. I'd like to hear your side of the story. The first step of any sensible path. Renato did purchase from me several bushels of Elrod Gola, and for it he paid a high price, but did so willingly, saying it was a bargain right as he handed me his copper. It was after our trade that the Valian spit his venom. Renato accused me of trickery, of fraud, claiming I delivered withered likenesses of Eliard Gola and not the genuine root. Such nerve. For in truth he is beyond the help of Eliard Gola. Renato's old bow isn't firm enough for a full draw. No amount of Eliard Gola would give him the spear of a young hunter. A fair deal was made, and now Renato objects, angry that his withered family plough is beyond herbal remedies. I have never sold anyone a remedy I knew to be false. If Renato does not silence his slanderous tongue, we will do it for him. What kind of punishment did you have in mind? Renato has slandered his host, making him no longer a guest. The merchant must vanish from Twin Elms. Dlinfathan hospitality must be observed, always. He is to be given the chance to leave on his feet before he bleeds on his back. Deliver in our name a warning. Tell Renato that if he does not leave, he'll be accused of conspiring to pilfer Iguathan ruins, relics from our lands. He won't risk a trial by the council of Anamenfath. Alara draws a small wooden cage from the folds of her robe. If he won't listen, tell him that his faulty member will end in a cage just like this black beetle. Food for our birds. Okay. So if we were more positive with Twin Elms, we could potentially convince her to just let it go. But we'll deliver the message, I guess. Return to me when the Valian has disappeared from Twin Elms. So obviously he's in the wrong, and she is pretty much in the wrong for what she's doing, but, you know, whatever, let's get out of here. Right, so what we want to do is we want to go speak to him again, and he's down here, I think. Like, he's a long way away. Like, right there, I think is where he is. Alright, it sounds like Simic had a bastard. That's what we're getting here from the tribal thing we're overhearing. Okay. Hello, Renato.
Greetings.
My friend, welcome back. Have you recovered my coin? How do you think the Dlinfathans will react if they find out you're dealing in stolen relics? No. Lara gave me a beetle in a cage for you. She says your problem would end in the same place if you continue your stay in Twin Elms. Let's go with that. Renato's face turns bright at the sight of the gift. Insufferable wench! She can shove that beetle in her fetid mating hole. Her and her face-painting thugs will pay for this insult. He reaches out to strike the cage out from your hands. We'll use our constitution to avoid it. You step into Renato's punch. The merchant's fist strikes into your solid body with the cracking of finger bones. Magicka! Filthy, savage animals. This damn city will burn. I'll kill you. Renato's voice gurgles mid-sentence. The tip of an arrow, gleaming red, protrudes from his throat. The merchant quivers in a quick spasm, flailing his arms. He drops to his knees. Spurts of blood flowing down his chest. You look up and notice Anamenfath and Archer approaching the scene. Alright. It's not our custom to tolerate squabbles between Estramoran. The huntress begins to turn around, but her face lingers in your direction. The faint semblance of a smile crosses her lips. I'm sure you understand. Before you can reply, she walks away, moving with confident strides. Renato's arms twitch, a final spasm as the merchant expires in a bloody, crumpled heap. Okay, interesting. Well, I mean, we are going to take his stuff as well. I hope that's allowed. And then we're going to run. Okay. Well, that didn't go so well. Ideally, I wouldn't have liked that. But yeah, I guess the person up here knew what was going to happen. We didn't finish the task, so I guess we have to go back and speak to her again. Would be my guess. Okay. Hello. You're welcome in our hearth. What news do you bring? Renato won't trouble you anymore. He's dead. Dead? I am not surprised, given his behavior thus far. But the death of a Valian merchant could bode poorly for trade. Still, the matter is settled, and Renato will no longer darken our market. Here is your payment for services rendered. Travel safe, Estremor. I think she knew what was going to happen all along. Okay, she gave us money. Cool, we'll leave. Right, let's go to the market, I think, unless we find somebody along the way. A tabby cat snaps out of its placid stupor as you approach. It opens its eyes wide, following your every step, before trotting to your side to rub against your legs. Oh, we got a cat. Okay. Well, I guess, new pet rule. Goodbye, worm. Hello, cat. Right. So now we're being followed by a cat. Fair enough. I wonder if the animals were Kickstarter rewards, because it was right next to this guy, who is a Kickstarter character. That'd be interesting. Okay. Nothing in there. Huntress, Huntress, Wolf, Huntress, Huntress. Cool. Protector. Can we go in the market? I think we're allowed in the market. Oh, because we discovered a new place here, Pallegina has leveled up. Oh, that's nice. Cool. How close is everyone else leveling up? Oh, really close. Really close. Although we're about to level up to level 13. And she's just getting to level 12. Okay, so we're about a level ahead of her. Right, Pallegina. Survival was one we were doing for her. I think we'll stop lore where it... Oh no, we went to Survival 4 for accuracy bonus. We're doing Athletics and lore. I guess we'll keep doing that then. Okay. We can give her Greater Lay on Hands, which means that it does more healing. It gives another... It's like another 2/3 healing on top of what it had. Veteran's Recovery is really good. It's just endurance per second. I think that's what we're going to go with. There we go. Yeah, I'll just give her a little bit extra healing. Okay, cool. Anything here? So we got a couple of Kickstarter characters. We got Tamara. Okay. We got basically a bunch of traders around the outside. Hello.
Estremor?
I hold here the best hides in Anamenfath. It hides so thick the Stilgar cannot claw through. Boots so supple that they will smother the sounds of your steps. What's your trade? I bear it on my skin. I sell hides from every one of Galawain's beasts. Estremoran come from every village to see them, and know us for great hunters. Every hide bears the tale of a great hunt, and our traders bear them in turn to every corners of our land. Okay, let's see what she has. She has base hide armor. Wow, that's actually trash. Okay, next one.
Estremor.
I see that you heard it. A good blade has a voice and it sings to its wielder. What weapon calls you forward? Tell me about your craft. My weapons speak for themselves. Every man and woman in this market knows my worth, even at Tamra. I bear the knowledge my father held it, and his mother before him. Take out one of my blades, and you hold a weapon 5 generations in the making. They say I should not waste such fine weapons on Estromorn. I say good weapons lie on a rack or a true waste.
Many blessings, traveler.
Yes. Why did that end the conversation? Okay. Oh, so she actually has stuff. She has this one. Kind of a trash weapon. Okay. Next one. Attacks can stun on crits is okay. Grants missiles on critical hit is cool. So, here's my problem with this weapon. And you might think, okay, this weapon doesn't look that bad. Here's why this weapon is awful. Now, you notice that it's a mace, right? It's a flail. What a flail does is it turns grazes into hits. So, generally, you would assume that it's for somebody who doesn't have that high in accuracy and is likely to graze a lot, right? Because then you get more hits. Because if you're always going to hit, then why does that matter? But here's the thing. Attacks can stun on crits, and then you get the magical missiles on crits. So that means that what you'd have to do is you would have to be somebody with really high accuracy so you crit. You see my problem here? Because that means the grazes are useless. So either it's useless as the flail, or it's useless as another weapon. So it just becomes useless overall. Okay. Then strike hard. Disorienting on hit. This is just a very average hammer. It's not rubbish, it's just like we have better equipment. Ooh. Armor. What was this? This 3 resolve armor? Oh dear. What about this one? 1 endurance per 3 seconds. Wow, these are some really bad pieces of equipment. Helmets of Darksea. Good perception. Okay. Not so bad, but I mean we already have some of those. Hello. Produce vendor?
Hail, Estromorn.
Okay, let's see what you have. I kind of wanted to actually just see what you have. There we go. Right. Produce. Okay. Oh, and there's Allery. Hello.
Estromorn.
Welcome, friend of the Fisher Crane. Welcome. Our hands give to you with warmth, always. Okay, what do you have for sale? Potions. Wow. Like, nothing. And what about Iwin? On Allery handles the trades. Oh, so she must do it if Allery dies. Okay. Ranit, hello.
Builder's wisdom to you.
You have the look of a hunter, Estromorn. Darwin's weapons may protect the man who seeks out misfortune, but my supplies will help you survive from the wilds. Okay. Ooh, we got guns. Guns are good. That's not bad. Do we currently have our gun equipped?
Ready when you are.
We do have our gun equipped. Okay.
Many blessings, traveler.
I just want to see if we can compare. There we go. So this one does 1 less damage than our gun. Has less DR bypass. Does do more crit damage, but doesn't have the ambushing. Oh, no, it has extra DR bypass down here as well. So this one has 9 DR bypass. This is a really good gun. Wait, it adds 0.5 to the crit damage multiplier and also takes away 0.3 to the crit damage multiplier. What an odd... A very, very odd thing. Okay. So... Yeah, that's odd. I think we might buy it. If not for us, then it'll probably be good for Pallegina. Next one. It's a blunderbuss, so it's not that good. Yeah, it's just not that good. And the last one is a mace, so let's just quickly switch over to our mace.
What brings you here?
Right. Right. So let's see how we got here. Grants restore endurance once per rest. Okay. It's not very good. Okay. Anything else? Ooh, a staff. This would be a Durance thing to check.
What brings you here?
See your weapons. Staff. Right. So it gets the weapon reach. It's just worse than Durance's staff. It grants fireball, but it's worse than Durance's staff. Okay. Something's resistance. Only usable by Paladin, gives 2 intellect. Oh, it's not good then. Okay. Spider figurine is pretty good actually. Costs 18,000, which is a lot, but we can afford it. Right, so we'll buy spider figurine. And we'll buy the gun. There we go. We are also going to do some trading here to potentially afford it. We're going to sell like all of these swords. Like anything that's not on blue. In fact, even blues actually at this point. Let's sell all blues as well. We don't need them. We know that we have every single companion we're ever going to get. So it's not like we're saving like okay equipment for companions anymore. So yeah, let's get rid of the blues. Yeah, get rid of all of those. We'll keep the Grimoires because I'm not sure what I cleared out and I don't want to check it right this second. There we go. This is doing well. We've almost afforded it. Right. Get rid of that one. Get rid of all of these. These are actually giving us money now. Perfect. We'll just clear it out until we have either a page or we're done. There we go. There's a lot to sell, actually. There is a lot to sell. We're making a ton of money off of this. Cool. There we go. Lots of shields, lots of like crossbows. Probably should have done this a while ago, actually, but it's fine. We're not really short on cash, and we actually have infinite cash coming in from our, what's it called? From Cade Nua. So, that's good. There we go. And we'll grab that. And we'll grab that. There we go. We get 11,000 for this trade. Cool. Now that we've finished it, what we want to do is this better than our pistol? Let's have a quick look here. Yes, it is. Especially as it has extra damage on top. Although, we get the ambushing passive 25% more damage while using it. So this does do more damage. The DR bypass isn't as high. This one gives stealth. Okay. So if this one isn't necessarily the best for us, it's going to be the best for someone else. Could be good for Haravius. He's using a gun right now. Yeah, this is definitely better than Haravius' gun. Okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, that'll do you, Haravius. Okay. And the other thing that we bought was the... Oh yeah, the ebony spider figurine. Which I'll guess we'll give to Sagini. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
What?
Right. Well, we spent some money. Although we didn't. Time to get out of here. Right. Let's speak to the guy in this, or whoever's in the center in the Passage of the Six. So that is this bit, right? I think it's this bit. Cool. Can we just go in? I think we can. Okay, so we're tribesmen. Keepers, compass, cranes, stalgars, arrows, and brambles all in this hull, all 6 Glenfathan tribes, says Haravius. Twice split arrows, 3 tusk stalgar. Okay, so this is each person that we would speak to along the way. Like these are all the representatives. Like their places: stone brambles, fisher crane, keepers of the stone, gilded compass. Guided compass. Okay. And Haravius is a fisher crane, I think.
Wait. I don't know if I should go through with this. Make the trade deal with the Anamenfath.
Anamenfath? Okay.
If a Valiant deal with the Glenfathans weakens the Dyrwood, it could mean war for the Republics in the future.
Okay. Well, what other options do you have?
I could put the idea in the Anamenfath's head that the Republics are not interested in exclusive trade, but limited trade of goods that they do not already trade with the Dyrwoodans.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, tell her it's the right thing to do. Which might be true or might not be true. You tell her to follow her heart. If you do that, I doubt the Dukes will be forgiving, considering your options carefully. Ramifications for yourself and these nations could be great. Terrible idea, and the Dukes will eject you from the Brotherhood if you go through it. Well, tell us to follow her heart. She nods her head resolutely. Okay, cool. Hello.
Another Estramore. What do you want?
A middle-aged Orlin woman stands at the back of the longhouse, an expression of irritation on her narrow features. As you approach, she takes a decisive step towards you. Careful. This woman's young for an elder, and looking to prove herself, I think. Okay. I want to visit the other districts of Twin Elms.
There are reasons we don't let you Estramoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
Has something happened? More than I care to think about.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Suddenly you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The Anamenfath continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin and it reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamenfath Shimak doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today. He would not be so kind as I.
Oh, so there are Anamenfath and Amenfaths. Okay, I wonder what the difference is. Ooh, what's this? A vision of an Orlan man appears near Bethwil. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with them. He points behind you. Turning, you see a ghostly shapes of 5 other Anamenfatha. Another Orlan with tawny fur and a scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orlan, and 2 elves. Oh, we can use our perception. You're angry about something. I hear it in your voice. What is it? Are the outrages I listed for you not enough? Terrible bruise, and none of it is my choosing. The spectral Orlan takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them, and he grimaces and leans forward as if struggling against the gale. The angry Anamenfath winces. War. The spectral Orlan's voice is a rasping croak. They're headed for war. Remind them of Felwilt's warning. Okay, so when say, does Felwilt's warning mean anything to you? I see the soul of an old Orlan Anamenfath with your eyes hovering right next to you, where you're headed for war. Let's say, does Felwilt's warning mean anything to you? Felwilt's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back to the Anamenfath. He looks up at you again. I tried to tell them. The builders' souls have touched even the Estramoran.
You'd better explain yourself.
The builders' souls have touched even the Estramoran.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anams, a watcher of souls.
Felwit tried to warn the other tribes about something. What was it?
Feralt's warning came before the
Feralt,
Broken
okay.
Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamenfath of our tribe then. When the Estramoric farmers defiled the builders' monuments, Feralt urged the other Anamenfatha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed. Feralt believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the builders as we do. He also believed the builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
What do you mean?
While Feralt's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
An image of polished Adra cube flashes into your mind. There's writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read it. The Anamenfath turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter. So give them something else to remember. It sounds like you've got your own problems. Let's go, you can't change the past. Yes, that is the problem.
Another Estremor came through here a few days ago and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estremoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
Well, that does sound like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar twin elms from Estremoran to protect the ancient places that the Builders left behind. The Builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
You again see the polished Adra cornerstone in your mind. This time the image is clear. It is clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips form words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
I know.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the Guided Compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
Okay. In the meantime, I shall be here to assist you. One of my companions, a representative of the Valian Republics, wishes to discuss a trade issue with you. The Orlan turns her gaze towards Pallegina. Yes, the Valian godlike, blessed of Helia. So they say. The Anamenfath's face shows no outward emotion, but her voice betrays annoyance at Pallegina's interruption. And diplomat of the Duke's Bell, I understand you were sent here with trade assurances from your masters. Revered Anamenfath, it is true I was chosen to convey these assurances, but understand I was fashioned more for war than etiquette. In these dangerous times, perhaps it is better to send warriors to do diplomats' works. Indeed, Anamenfath, regarding the exclusive trade agreement. So her voice quivers slightly, and her golden eyes dart in your direction. So we nod, shake head, shrug. Let's shrug. The Republics feel it would be in the best long-term interests of all parties if you maintained your traditional goods trade with the Dyrwood. A strange turn. What do the Republics want then? Ta Andra Para pearls. Trade will be picking up quickly on them in the Eastern Reach. You will buy them exclusively for us for the next 5 years. In exchange, we will be your exclusive market for Adraban and Caro Golan for the same period. An interesting proposal, Valian. We will send emissaries south to discuss the details at greater length. Your appearance here speaks well of your Duke's intentions. Revered Anamenfath.
That's it. My position in the Brotherhood gone. I can't believe I just made up new trade terms to the Glanfath and Anamenfath. Postenago.
We can say she did the right thing for the Republic, because even if the Dukes can't see it from their vantage, you can deal with the disapproval later, or no sense crying about it, let it need to find Theos. No, we'll deal with her problem.
Verus. They have a saying in Biajepe. New gold clears even the oldest debts. If I'm right, all will be forgiven. If not, there's nothing I can do about it now.
Okay. Let's speak to the Anamenfath again. Once we see whether this is completed. Oh, we're going to get another one popping in and out here. Pops in. Pops out. Oh, we finished the Child of Five Sons. That technically means we don't have to bring Pallegina along anymore. And, and a quest. Okay. I knew there was one more thing. So, minor item. Something. Faith, a miraculous knot that the faithless could not untie. Burglary stole it. Desperate to recover the artifacts, the priests have reached out to us. Okay. We will send this guy. We'll send Zawa. Cool. Anamenfath, let's talk again. Our paths cross again. Galois and Anams. What are the 6 tribes? Anamenfathan society is divided into tribes, which are further divided into clans. Each tribe is united by a particular history or way of life, and clans are communities of families that live together. In truth, there are more than 6 tribes, but the 6 largest have traditionally led the others. Each of the 6 has a seat here in the passage of the 6. We discuss matters of common interest. You saw, for instance, the debate that occurred before the Broken Stone War. The 6 tribes are the Keepers of Stone, Fisher Crane, 3-tusked Stelgar, Stone Bramble, Twice-split Arrows, and of course the Guided Compass. Okay, who are the Keepers of Stone? They are the first and oldest of the tribes. When they first sailed to Anamenfath, they met the builders who gave them the cornerstone, and those words you quoted as a token of friendship. Many of the tribes, even among the 6, look to the Keepers for guidance and leadership. Their long history grants them a place of honour in our society, though it has also made them more conservative in my opinion. Fisher Crane, a mostly Orland tribe from Thane Bog. Most of the sites they guard are half buried in the wetlands, and even the other tribes couldn't tell you where they are. They are not the most renowned of the tribes, but they are the cleverest and subtlest. Say what you will about the berserkers of the 3-tusked Stelgar, I'd rather face them than the Fisher Crane ambush squad any day. They're named after the long-necked bird that lives in the bogs. It can stand motionless for hours, waiting for a muck frog or a spotted salamander, but when it strikes, it's faster than anything. What do you know about 3-tusked Stelgar? Same as everyone. They're fearless maniacs, and they want everyone to know it. They're considered a wild bunch, even among Glenfathans. Many of their territories have seen most conflict with the Estromorn, and they don't forget it. They don't want anyone else to either. They inflicted and bore some of the heaviest casualties in the wars with the Estromorn. In fact, there was a rift within the 3-tusked Stelgar after the War of the Black Trees. Dozens of the clans broke away from the ravaged lands and retreated further into the Dyrwood, joining whichever tribes would take them. Broken Tusks, some called them. The majority of the tribe dug into the half-burned forests to hold the line, and many respect them for it. They more than earned their place among the 6, but they advocate for more conflict than is wise, and too many others are quick to idolize them for their valor in battle. Tell me about the Stone Bramble. Mostly dwarves out of the White March. They're one of the younger tribes, formed over the years by trade routes between the wilds and the mountains. They see themselves as genuinely Glenfathan though, and who can argue with them? Only the Fisher Crane defends sites in such inhospitable territory. Personally though, I'd say it's gone to their heads. They like to think the rest of us have it easy in the lowlands, forgetting that wars with the Estromorn that never reached the mountains. Still, they came to our aid during both. They're named for a tough, thorny little plant that grew up in the mountains. It suits them. I'm not familiar with the thrice-split arrows. Not many are. They're traditionally outcasts and exiles from other tribes. Probably the least respected tribe of them all, but our ancestors believe they should have a voice, so they've got a seat amongst the 6. Most of the other tribes see them as scavengers and bottom feeders, but don't say that to a thrice-split arrow. They think themselves survivors, and they're proud as their tribe as anyone else. They'll accept anyone, I suppose there's virtue in it. You never know what you're going to get with them, though. Some clans will rob you blind, and others will slaughter a lamb for the honour of your visit. And the Guided Compass is your tribe, right? Indeed, one of the younger tribes, and not one of the most prestigious. We try to keep the peace with the Estromorn, which has earned us the reputation for appeasers among some of our hard-line brethren in the 3-tusked Stelgar and the Keepers of the Stone. We value our heritage as Glenfathans, but we recognise the Estromorn are here to stay. The way we see it, we can better follow our mandate to protect the place of the builders by keeping peace with our neighbours. Okay. I'd like to know more about you. I am the Anamenfath of the Gilded Compass. Like many Anamenfatha, I have leadership in my blood. While tribal authority is not strictly hereditary, we believe that strong leaders can impart a portion of their soul to children and grandchildren, meaning Anamenfath may succeed from a single line for many generations. So Anamenfath is a female ruler. Okay, got it. Of course, with all that's happened here lately, I wondered whether my family's line is coming to an end with me. Okay, interesting. Well, I guess we can head out now. Now, we can ditch Pallegina, but I don't really want to straight away. Oh, wait. This person new? Hello?
What brings you here?
What kind of courtesy have you learned in your filthy homeland? You speak of Glenfathan matters. Begone! Still your heart, Radia. Do not forget where you stand. In the house of our ancestors in the 6 tribes, we commune as one people. The ancestors will forgive me, and my brother, when I clean the shame away from his name, and the taint it has brought to our tribe. What happened to your brother? My brother Theorm, is the greatest hunter of our tribe. He set out on a blood hunt but hasn't returned, and now, Arthwin, that puny liar, he claims my brother. Arthwin belongs to another tribe. He is the hunter that competed against Theorm during our blood hunt. Arthwin claims Fjorn has exiled himself, deciding not to return to Twin Elms. Exiled in shame for losing to him during the blood hunt. Can you believe this liar? Even though Arthwin returned with the great Stilgar's fang as proof, it's hard to believe that Fjorm would have failed to kill the prey first. But you cannot claim that yet, Videa. Not until the Anamenfath judge the truth. Arthwin's weak. From a lower tribe. He lies. I'll find the truth and clear my brother's name. Why would Arthwin lie about your brother? Why? He looks at you as if the answer were obvious. Radia, please, still your anger. He does not know our customs. Arthwin stands to gain much from claiming a victory over Fjorm. It brings renown and glory to his kin, a lesser tribe, the thrice-split Arrows. Arthwin has no history, no name, and now he returns a hero while my brother, tricked, perhaps worse. You mentioned a blood hunt. What is it? We prove our worth during a blood hunt. We set out to stalk and prey, always a dangerous creature, and only one kills it first. Yes, but we hunt as pairs, to bond as Glenfathan, as one, not as enemies, 2 hunters, 2 tribes, 1 spirit. That is our way. Our way isn't to lie. We don't betray our brothers and sisters for our own gain. The blood hunt between your brother and Arthwin has broken the communion of our tribes, Radia. Do not dig in this wound until you can claim the truth. Perhaps our custom seems strange to you, but despite what you see now, we Glenfathans hold our bonds sacred. How do you plan to clear Fjorm's name? A bed of sweat rolls down Radia's forehead and hangs from his red-painted cheekbone like a drop of blood. It quivers as the hunter's muscles twitch. I can't tarry here when my brother's fate remains unknown. The Anamenfath must let me go. To judge Arthwin, and to clean our tribe's name, they cannot listen only to your truth. Before the Anamenfath, only an impartial voice can speak for what happened. You mean to involve this one, and Estra more? Listen to me now. Arthwin returned with proof. Your brother did not even come back. The tribes are split. Something must be done. And this one is known to speak the truth. Okay, so we can say, if we find anything, we'll let him know. As an Estramore can look into this without risking tension. I'll find what happened to your brother and get to the truth of it. Yeah, I'll just say I'll find what happened to your brother and get to the truth of it. You speak with the spirit of a Glenfathan hunter. The Anamenfath would agree to listen. There's no union between you and our tribes. Fjorm and Arthwin went to Northweld Forest, beyond the Old Song Pass, to hunt a great Stilgar. Search there and return to us with truth if you can, but be aware, Stilgar are of such size, many times over their lesser kin, usually gather a big pride that follows them closely. Estramore, I don't expect help, but I'll do anything to know of my brother's fate and to clean the stain that Arthwin has spilled on our tribes. Anything. This I claim. Okay, interesting. So he's part of the Keepers of the Stone, I think. Okay. Alright, well, we'll head out here, I think. So I think it would be a good point to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. Next time we'll go and explore the rest of Twin Elms. See you then. Goodbye.